Hello! Welcome to the 12th episode of Math with Tutor Jannylie. And for today, we are going to discuss one of the most important concept in mathematics, and that is whether order matters in multiplying two numbers. Now, recently, a student of mine asked me this question. Is 3 times 4 the same thing as 4 times 3? And I love when my students ask questions like this. So, to answer her question, we are going to use a set of SpongeBobs. Well, I love SpongeBob. Everybody loves SpongeBob. So, we are going to use him today for this episode. So, we can see this set of SpongeBob as three groups of four SpongeBob. So, we have one group of four SpongeBobs, two groups of four SpongeBobs, and three groups of four SpongeBobs. We can also view the same set of SpongeBobs as four groups of three SpongeBobs. So, one group of three SpongeBobs, two groups of three SpongeBobs, three groups of three SpongeBobs, and four groups of three SpongeBobs. Now, if we see the first number as groups of the second number, or three groups of four and four groups of threes, we can recognize that we will still get the same answer because 3 times 4, that is 12, and 4 times 3, that is also 12. We can also view this as 3 rows of 4 SpongeBob. So what do I mean by this? We have 1, 2, 3, 3 rows of 1, 2, 3, 4 SpongeBobs. So how many SpongeBobs are there in this set? We can just multiply 3 by 4. So 3 times 4, that's 12. We can also view this as 4 rows of 3 SpongeBobs. And how can we do that? By shifting our perspective a little bit. So I'm gonna rotate this set of SpongeBobs, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 1, 2, 3 SpongeBobs. So how many SpongeBobs are there? 4 times 3, that is 12. Now, we have only used 4 and 3 as example, but this will also work with other numbers. So 7 times 8 is the same as 8 times 7 because 7 times 8, that is 56. And 8 times 7, that is, that is also 56. And in multiplication, we call this the commutative property. I know, big word, fancy word, but it's basically saying, hey, whether you change the order of the numbers, of the two numbers that you are multiplying, the answer is still the same. So that's commutative property of multiplication. Now, this is how I guide my students towards success. I break down these math topics into easy to understand concepts. And if you're looking for a math tutor, for an online math tutor for your child this upcoming school year, message me today and let me help your child build their strong foundation in basic concepts. So that's it for today's episode of Math with Tutor Jannylie. And for next week, next Friday, we are gonna have more short exercises discussing the commutative property of multiplication. So, see you next Friday. Bye-bye!